Hi, I'd like to talk to you about drum selection. You know, there are an awful lot of drum kits out there, and the sizes vary, the sizes of the drum, the number of drums, and I think you must be careful when selecting your first drum set, or any drum set for that matter. I think you got to look at the size of the player and the age of the player. Oftentimes, younger drummers are a lot shorter, but somehow they get paired up with these large drum sets where the toms are huge and it puts the cymbal way out there, and it's just not a good way to get started. So make sure that you take extra care in selecting the right size of drum. The setup is very important for a successful performance, and there are a couple things to consider. The size of the drum affects the setup. And mostly, I'm speaking of the bass drum. This bass drum is an 18-inch bass drum. It's a small bass drum, and it's used primarily in a jazz setting and a jazz combo setting. A 20-inch bass drum will give you, a bit more sound, but it also puts the tom up a little higher. A 22-inch bass drum gives you a lot more power and puts the tom up even higher. So again, you got to decide really what music you're going to be focusing on. I would suggest a 20-inch bass drum for just general purpose playing and for stage band and for even rock setting. And then the tom-toms, maybe a 12-inch tom and a 14-inch tom. This is a very standard tom setup. Obviously 10-inch toms are very popular, and more floor toms are very popular. But a basic setup, I might suggest a 20-inch bass drum, 12-inch tom, and a 14-inch floor tom.